Okay, now I'm going to pinch these two together. Give it one last trim. And I'm going to take this lip and I'm going to fold it over on itself. And that'll double its thickness and make it more durable.
So I'm going to need your help. I want you to keep this. You compare it with everybody around you. And if anywhere along the line I start making a mistake, you let me know, okay? We're going to use this piece to make that piece. Think we can do that?
Oh, let's see.
I actually wonder what this is used for.
What do you use it for? It's a wall hook. That part, this is a nail. You drive that into a wall. Now you can hang things on it. Anything you want. Hats, coats, that sort of thing. Kids that weigh less than 100 pounds.
Even men have their own heart, right?
Yeah, I like you.
I weigh 70 pounds.
He doesn't want to talk to me. Okay.
Now let's
Well, the first thing I have to do, I can't work that metal as it is. It's very hard, right? So I have to make it soft. And the way to make it soft is to make it hot. So I'm going to use the bellows. And I'm going to rail up there a little pipe that comes underneath and empties right into my fire pit. You see the flame starting to come up on my fire, right? That means that the fire temperature is going from about 2,000 degrees to about 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, very rapidly.
2,000 degrees is too cold.
That looks like a cow sniffing your hand.
So the working temperature that I need is yellow, around 2,000.
That
So
looks
if I
like
put it in there without using the bellows, we'll be here. The bellows help me get the metal hot much quicker.
Yeah, the metals are stuck in there.
that looks like a cow
I put
sniffing
it in
your
there,
hand.
use just basically a big set of wires, call them tongs.
You have to work with it to get out of it and see how hot the metals are.
So I want the color to be yellow. Starting off, it's either gray or black, and at about 1,000 degrees it gets red. 12, 1,300 it gets orange. At about 18 to 2,000 it gets yellow. The next color change is about 2,300 and that would be white. But for us, it's going to burn up by then. So first thing is to put that point on it. Just like you're squeezing a piece of Play-Doh or clay between a thumb and a finger, I'm squeezing this hot metal between my anvil and my hammer. So I only hit two sides, the anvil takes care of the other two. So now I'm going to heat this again, because you can see it's getting darker. That means it's getting colder. So I'm going to heat it again, put it in my vise and bend it over 90 degrees. And that'll give me my nail that gets driven into the wall. At any point in time that you have a question, please feel free to ask.
That looks like a cow sniffing your hand.
I'm sorry?
That looks like a cow sniffing your hand.
It does? Okay, I'll accept that.
Where would you get the pieces of metal from?
Well, there's a couple of sources. I can buy scrap metal from you, my neighbor. You might have some scrap metal. Blacksmiths have been the recyclers forever, right?
Okay.
Second, this is 1838. In 1838, there are 26 states, and every one of them has at least one. But we trade with virtually every country in the world, many of which have iron steel production. So for us, we go to a merchant over about Worcester, and we can get iron and steel from anywhere in the country or anywhere in the world. And we're not overly concerned where it's from. We're just worried about the price.
Preparing the soil, and I'll plant some seeds to produce these red Wethersfield onions. This is a very old kind of an onion. It was developed in Wethersfield, Connecticut around 1800. So
That's pretty rough in the end.
yeah, it makes a nice onion. So I've got to get the bed all raked out and smoothed out, and then I'll be able to plant my seeds.
Now, what are these sticks in the are those stakes for a plant?
Yes, peas. Yeah, I
Ah.
planted pea seed last Friday, and the twiggy growth is my pea brush. The pea plant grows on a vine, but it's not a vine that wraps itself around a stick like beans do. Pea vines climb with tendrils, And so they need a network of support, little branches. So we just use twigs, leftover branches from pruning the apple trees or from cutting trees down for fence posts and logs and so forth, and we put that in the ground. And I expect in the next 2 or 3 days I'll probably start to see the peas germinating, and they'll climb up onto the branches.
That's awesome.
Hope this year that the turkeys don't come and nibble them. Last year we had a real problem with turkeys came in.
Now, what do you do with all the vegetables you plant here?
We use them in the house. We want you to see how people grew and used vegetables.
Okay.
So when we just, for example, dug up the parsnips from the garden about a month ago that we had planted last year, and we've been cooking those in the house. So you'll see things being cooked in the house from the garden. We also store them through the winter, so when they're cooking with things at this time of year, if they're going to cook with something like beets or carrots, it will be vegetables that grew in last year's garden that we stored down in our root cellar under the house, and they'll bring them out and use them. So that gives our visitors a chance to learn about what kinds of things people ate, how they preserved them, what they looked like and how they were used at different seasons of the year. What you had, 1830s, January, you're not going to have lettuce or spinach to eat or anything like that, unless you live in Boston and you have a greenhouse or something. So there were a few people that, the well-to-do, who had greenhouses and they could grow greens inside.
You see how big her garden is, Nia?
Yeah, it's about 1/4 of an acre. I need a lot of garden because I'm growing not just things to eat